Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Northern California channel. So we'll be planting this Magnolia Genie. It's type of a magnolia variety of the plant of the species, and so it grows only 10 to 5 feet. And the reason it's called Genie is that usually the Magnolia saucer plant, it blooms during spring, but this one actually blooms in the summer also, sometime in the midsummer. So as it gives a surprise, so it's called a Genie. And it does need frost, and it can tolerate cold season, and but if it doesn't have a frost, it's not going to grow. So you need to have some frost actually. And it's growing in the northern place, and then in the southern place also, some areas. So we're going to go plant this, and I'm going to plant it in the front yard. So it kind of gives a nice bloom actually. See the reddish flowers. So let's go get it planted. Yeah, so one more thing actually, so it can be cold hardy up to minus 20 degree Fahrenheit, and it can grow in the zones 5, and so it can live up to 100 years, is what I heard, and reaches about 10 feet by 5 actually, in about 4 years. So basically I've dug a big hole, and I'm going to plant this at the entrance of the house so that the color nicely comes out and pops. So the next step I'm going to show you here is called root liberation. So I'm going to take out the plant from this pot. So if you look at these roots, right, they're all entangled inside the pot because they've been growing for inside the pot itself, right? So a lot of roots are entangled. So I'm going to slowly liberate it actually with my hand gently, and if there is any entangled roots, I'm going to just take it away, untangle it so that it can grow outwards, right? So that's the reason. And basically it's good to do this once a time, once in a lifetime, when it goes into the ground. So that's what I'm going to do now. So basically I have done the liberation now, and I gently use my hands. You can also use clippers if there is any entangled roots. So I've already done it actually, and now I'm going to go plant it. And this whatever the soil that we took it from the container, this has to go last because this is a highly nutrient soil, and you don't want to be putting in first. You put the native soil first, and then put it on the top. So when you put water, actually everything kind of goes inside and then becomes a nice nutrient. So that's the idea. So if you look at it, what I've done is I've kind of leveled off with this stick. It's almost at the level. So this is where the root system starts. So I've just kind of placed it. I put some more native soil and placed it inside. And see this side actually, right? So you see this little bit here. I'm not sure if this is a grafted area, but it could be the grafted area. So it may get burnt. So I'm going to make sure that it is facing the north, so the sun doesn't burn it. Okay. So now I'm going to go fill up the soil in there, native soil first, and then the container soil later. So when you fill it right with the soil, so make sure the small stones are okay. If you have any big stones, just remove it because it will be a hindrance for the root system. And the small stones are okay because it has to get used to the native soil. So that's why we basically put the native soil and also leave all the small rocks in there. So basically planted it on the ground now. So I'm going to put the mulch back. So when you spread the mulch here, right, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that the mulch is in a donut shape. And I don't have fresh mulch right now, but I'll be putting some more mulch, and then putting it in a donut shape. And you have to leave about 3 inches from the trunk actually. So you don't want the mulch to be covering the trunk. So the next step is basically nicely you put some water, actually slow release water. The reason for that is to make sure that it doesn't get a shock, the root system, since it's been transplanted to the ground. And the second idea is any nutrients on the top of the soil, it kind of goes and nicely gets to the roots. If you're looking at it, this, right, I did plant Mare lemon in the same place in the morning. So if you're wondering what happened to that, I just moved it. So some of you may be wondering why I didn't put any fertilizer on this. I didn't put any fertilizer right now because it has to get used to the native soil for 1 or 2 months. After that you can slowly put some fertilizer. So don't put fertilizer now, so it gets used to the native soil, and that's what is happening now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please click like, and if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon in another video. Thank you. Bye.